everybody, welcome to RPM, Rock and Pop Mandolin, your site for learning classic rock and pop songs on this lovely little 8-stringed instrument. My name is Mike DeJong, and in this lesson, I'm going to show you one of my all-time favorite songs from one of my all-time favorite bands. The song is called Say It Ain't So, and the band is Weezer. This song comes from Weezer's very first album back in 1994, also known as the Blue Album. It's a really good song and maybe one of Weezer's most popular tunes. It's a great song and a lot of fun to play on the mandolin. So I will show you all of the chords and licks in the song coming up in a few minutes. But first, a little bit of business. If you're new here, thanks very much for checking out this channel. We really appreciate your support. But don't forget to hit that little red subscriber button on the way out. Also, if you are a returning subscriber, thanks very much for coming back once again. But please hit that like button if you like this video. Also, check out our links down below. We have a few things down there, including something coming up soon. I will soon be offering a series of beginner rock and pop mandolin lessons. These videos will be for beginners and intermediate players to learn all about playing this wonderful instrument and specifically playing rock songs. So stay tuned for those lesson videos. Those will be coming up soon. I will have that link down below in a few weeks. But that's enough business. Let's take a look at this Weezer classic, Say It Ain't So, for mandolin here on RPM. All right, Say It Ain't So is a really cool song. It's in the key of E. Actually, the original version, I should point out, is in the key of E flat. That's right, the original version on that first Weezer album is tuned down a half step. So if your mandolin is in standard tuning, you won't be able to play along with the original track. However, there are versions of the internet of this song in standard tuning. I guess people have just sped it up by a half step, so you can play along with those. Look for those versions on YouTube if you want to play along with this song. Again, it's called Say It Ain't So by Weezer. So how does it start off? Well, it starts off with this cool little lick there, right? It's all in the key of E, or E flat, as I said on the original, but let's play it in E here on standard tuning in the mandolin. So let's start off with this chord first. This is a C sharp minor chord, okay? And the original version of the song, the guy does a little hammer-on with the guitar. I'm going to do a little slide with the mandolin. I'm going to slide it from there, like that. So just a half step slide. So the C sharp minor chord is here at the 6th fret of the G and the 6th fret of the D, the 7th fret of the A string, but I'm sliding it from the 5th fret here. So, and it's just all in one downstroke, okay? So you kind of hit it when your fingers are on the 5th fret and slide it up, all with one motion, like that, okay? Like that. So that's your first chord, C sharp minor. Then we're going to this chord here, which is the same as that. It's a G sharp chord, okay? G sharp major. All right, and I'm playing it there. You could also play it down here, but this is the voicing that I'm using. All right, so this G sharp chord is played here. I'm playing this voicing here, starting off with this fret here, which is the 8th fret of the G string, 6th fret and 6th fret here. Your root is that note there, the G sharp note, but you're playing these like that, okay? All right, so let's take a look at that opening lick once again. So it's from that little hammer on the C sharp minor chord into a G sharp chord here, all right? The G sharp chord. So the C sharp minor is there as I showed you. The G sharp chord is, again, the 8th fret there of the G string, 6th fret and 6th fret, okay? It's like a little bar chord like that, all right? So you're sliding into that C sharp minor chord, and then you're going to that G sharp chord right away. So, right? And then what I'm doing here is I'm kind of doing my own little lick here that's based on the guitar part. The guitar part utilizes a few different notes on this G sharp chord. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go. So then again, I'm hammering by taking this finger off. Okay, can you see that? I'm going 6, 8, 6, 8. So like that. You really got to hold this down so it doesn't buzz too. My mandolin tends to buzz a little bit, but here. Can you hear that? Okay, so from the C sharp, minor chord to G sharp, like that, okay? So, okay, and then you're just going to add, you're going to keep that finger locked down on the 6th fret of the G, and you're going to add this finger, your 2nd finger, to cover these 2 notes on the 7th fret of the D string and the A. And you're getting an A chord there now. Okay, so you're going from C sharp minor to G sharp. I guess that you could call that a G5, G sharp 5 chord. Then you're going to that A chord there. Again, 6, 7, 7. All right, so you're going from that C sharp minor. So, like that. All right, so you're going C sharp minor, G sharp, that A chord, and then you're going all the way down here to an open E chord. 1st fret, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, E. So one more time, the lick goes. So on that G sharp, I'm going, right? One more time. Okay, and when you hit that E chord, on the first time through, you do another little lick, right? It goes, right? It's a little tough to go from that E to, again, you're kind of hammering from the 4th fret of the G to the 6th fret of the G, all the way up to here, which is what? So that's the 9th fret of the G. So, and then back into that C sharp minor chord again. This is very tricky to do. I'll show you. So go, so you're going, you see what I did there? I went like this. Back into that C sharp minor. Very tricky little lick. You got to go really fast, but you can do it. So one more time. Second time through, you just pause on that E. All right, you don't do that. You don't do that little lick there. All right, one more time on that lick. It goes from the hammer. Okay, that's the pattern. Okay, and the verses will employ the same chords that I showed you, the same 4 chords, just strummed differently. And in this case, they are strummed in sort of a reggae style. Well, not sort of a reggae style, it is a reggae style. And here it is, those same chords. So he's doing it like this. 1, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So on the upbeat, down, up, down, up. All right. So, and I'm kind of ghosting that down stroke, but I'm not really playing it. You could do it like this. Right? You could go like a ghost note. Pull your fingers off the strings for that down beat there. But it's really on the upbeat you want to emphasize these chords. All right. So C sharp minor, G sharp, A chord, E chord, C sharp minor, G sharp, A, E. All right, so you're just catching it on that upswing, right? Down, up, down, up. All right, you could do it like this with just down strokes, like, and that's perfectly fine. Kind of a reggae style as well. You could do that, and there I'm giving myself a little ghost note first on the downbeat just to keep myself in time. So, like that. You see that? He doesn't do that on the original, but it works if you want to do it while you're playing. But on the original, it's just, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's what's called in between the beat. It's on the upbeat rather than the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and, like that. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So on those ands, that's where you're hitting the upbeat note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Just like that on the ands. All right, so those are the chords and the progression for the verses and the chorus. Now let's look at that heavy part, all right, where he goes, say it ain't so, right? Right, again, it's those same chords, but just played in a heavy pattern on the guitar, utilizing distortion. You don't have to use distortion on the mandolin, just, kind of hit the chords a little more aggressively, like that. Right? Okay, so what am I doing there? Well, slowly, it's, again, C sharp minor, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then G sharp, 1, 2, and then A, 3, 4, once on the E. So once again, 1, 2, C sharp minor, G sharp, right there, 1, 2. So 1, 2, and there's kind of a little pause in between, 1, 2, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, E. All right, so you're 1, 2 like that, and then a 3, 4. You're kind of leaving empty with a rest, with 2 rests. So 1, 2, rest, 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 like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Just like that. Okay, so one more time. C sharp minor, G sharp, A, E, C sharp, G sharp, A, E. And that is it. Those are all the chords for the choruses and verses of this song. Pretty simple. Same chords throughout all of those parts. Okay, there's one other part in this song that is a middle 8 or bridge part, and it actually utilizes different chords, finally. And it starts off here, a B chord, and it goes like this. Okay, so what are those chords? Well, that's that B chord, as I mentioned, starting here on the 4th fret of your G string, and the 4th fret of the D, and the 6th fret of your A string. Okay, that's a B chord, all right? You're just going to kind of, again, hit it on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. The first 2 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, or T, ta, ta, T, ta, ta, like that, right? Then what you're going to do is you're just going to slide these 2 notes down while still keeping that 4th fret of the A string, or sorry, that 6th fret of the A string locked in. So this note here will stay while this finger, or these notes, will shift to there. Now, to do it this way is a little awkward, so I actually change fingers here. So watch what I do here. So I'm using my 1st finger and 3rd finger there on the B chord, so 1, 2, and then I'm shifting and I'm moving my pinky there now to catch that 6th fret of the A, and I'm moving this finger, the pointer finger, down to the 3rd fret of both the G and the D. So like this. You see that? So it's kind of giving you a sort of a dissonant B flat chord there, right? On the 3rd fret there. So B flat, sort of dissonant chord, and then you're going to an E chord and to a G chord, right? So you're open E, T, ta, ta, T, ta, ta, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, like that. That's it. Those 4 chords. That is the bridge part. So I'll show it to you once again. But the key to this is deadening the strings when you're counting that 3, 4, right? You've got to lift your fingers off the fretboard in order to deaden the strings like that. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2. And you can add those ghost note strums on the strings while you're muting them, pulling your fingers off. Basically just resting them on the strings without pressing them down too much. Okay, so one more time. Okay, B, B flat, E, G. That's it. That is the bridge part to this song. Okay, finally, if you want to kind of mimic the guitar solo that comes near the end of the song, I can show you something that's kind of similar to it. It's not exact, because there's some bending of the notes on the guitar, which we can't do on the mandolin, but basically you can do something like this. Right? And then something like that, right? Right? And like that, okay? You can do something like that as well. So what am I doing there? Well, I'm starting here. I'm on the 4th fret of your E string, right? And I'm just going down in an E scale, basically. So 4th fret, 2nd fret, open on the E, and then 6th fret of the A string. So, and then 4th fret, and then 4th fret, 4th, 6, 7, 6, 4, 6 on the D string there. Like that. So let's do that again. All right. And then the next part, I'm kind of just ad-libbing myself. I'm just going, so instead of going at the end part there, I'm going back up again. Not sure if that's exactly what Rivers Como does on the original version on the guitar, but it's pretty close and it works for you. All right. So one more time. Right? And or you can do, yeah, something like that. Finally, there's a little lick that goes like that. So that's 2, 4, 2 open, 2, 4, 2 open, 6, 2 open, okay? Like that. That's how he ends that little guitar solo. Right? And that's all played over this. Right? Like that. Over that pattern there. All right, that's it. A lot of stuff for you there on this relatively simple song. I guess it sounds simple, but it really isn't to get those little licks down and some of those slides and hammer-ons. It's harder than it looks or harder than it sounds, even though the song really only has a few chords in it. And it's really amazing what Rivers Como, the main songwriter in Weezer, can do with just a few chords. He's a master of songwriting and a master at melodies. I love this song and I love this band, or at least this band's early stuff. Anyway, that's it. That's the tutorial for Say It Ain't So by Weezer for RPM. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, hit that subscriber button on the way out and also leave us a like. And don't forget to check back in a few weeks for my new series of beginning rock and pop mandolin lesson videos. I will be putting the link here on YouTube. Thanks for watching, everyone. My name is Mike DeJong. This is RPM.